there a royal peer who would speak to the worthiness of this lady?
There is. If I may ask the Roberta permission, I am Countess Elena. She will lead the road. But you brothers are apostles. Commissioner, what does it take to be a peer? People follow. And we do this like an old style church service. That's your part. People follow.
Yeah, people follow.
Welcoming and warm.
People follow.
She invites people to try something new.
People follow.
She makes those new skills seem achievable.
People follow.
She makes Scrabble fun.
People follow.
And she loves all that stuff for Scrabble playtime.
People follow.
Absolutely. And who better to lead the way than one who burns with the light of the phoenix and will show us how to make art beautiful and fun and warm and welcoming, and will do it for the love of it. Not because of the goal at the end, but because the goal is the art. The teaching is the goal. The service is the goal. The inviting people in to do something new, to do something that is achievable, that they didn't know they could do before. That is what makes us here. And
People follow.
Your Majesty,
Is there a master of the order of defense who would speak for this lady?
There is. I am Maestro Eric Renier de la Barre, 13th Master of Defense of Ethelmar. At the intersection of chivalry, courtesy, and service is the quality of generosity. Generosity goes beyond service. It is sharing your time, your resources, your home, and your skills to help and support and teach others. As long as I have known her, Roberta McMorland has been cheerfully and unceasingly generous to her family, to her friends, several households, ours and many other baronies, the scribes and the scribal guild, Ethelmar, and many other kingdoms. Crafting scrolls, sewing, guard, fundraising, organizing, coordinating, teaching, donating, sharing food, sharing knowledge, giving advice, and always with kindness and humor. She is my peer.
Would one amongst the order of the laurel speak to this lady?
Indeed there is. I am Maheen Banu Tabrizi, and I would speak for Mistress Roberta. So one of the things that we forget in the arts is cost. And it does cost. Our materials are expensive. I've ruined some. Then I tried a different art. But people like Roberta, over and over again, raise money, give materials, and make art accessible. My stepdaughter last year said, I really want to try that. And I said, oh word, oh goodness, oh my, because I know how much things cost. And I said to my friends, could you please give me some recommendations on how I can allow this child I love to try an art that maybe she'll like and maybe she won't? And instead of suggestions, you sent a care package. Paper, paint, brushes, pens, everything. Poor thing hyperventilated when she opened it up. It was marvelous to watch. Because of you, She woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning, 3 days in a row, got completely dressed, and was practicing her hand because it was so much fun. She went to tents that you raised money to buy. She's one of many, many people that you have made art accessible for. It's the most important thing I can think of that you do.
Will a member of the Order of the Chivalry speak to this lady's worthiness?
Your Majesties, I am Baron Sir Dominic McMorland, and with your permission, I would speak for this lady. I have known Mistress Roberta McMorland for more than 25 years, inside and outside the SCA, so please excuse my references to the mundane world. My introduction to the SCA happened when Mistress Roberta befriended a scrawny, long-haired bartender in the frozen lands of North Shield. She took me to local meetings and practices, introduced me to people, and made sure I felt included. She took me to my first events, made sure I was properly clothed, and encouraged me to fence, to fight, and to be engaged within the SCA. She even signed me up for my very first service position to be kitchen help for a 12th night feast. Eventually, we packed up our belongings together and embarked on a one-way pilgrimage to the newly formed Kingdom of Ethelmar. Even in those early days, it was clear to me that Mistress Roberta was truly selfless and compassionate. It was just her nature to make sure everyone around her was enjoying the SCA experience to the fullest, often putting the needs of others before her own. Many times I have seen her hunched over a sewing machine, working away on clothing for others, while her dresses sat unfinished in the corner. Over the years, I have seen her spirit of generosity spread. I could not even tell you how many people have their first set of garb because of her, or how many people learned calligraphy and illumination and have their first painting supplies from her, or how many people have her scrolls upon their walls. It is impossible to list all of the contributions that she has made to the SCA and our kingdom. She has done all this in her quiet and compassionate way, never grandstanding or looking for praise, but for the simple self-satisfaction of service. As a member of the chivalry, I can also speak to Mistress Roberta's strength of character. When faced with adversities, she has stood against the challenge with courage and resolve while remaining humble and showing humility when necessary. She has a true noble spirit that embodies the virtues that we as knights hold dear. I can honestly say that I would not be the knight or the man I am today without her in my life. I will never be able to repay her for all the kindness, love, and generosity she has shown me throughout the years. She is my friend, my mom, and most definitely my peer.
Will one amongst the Order of the Pelican speak for this lady?
There is. I'm Marguerite Eisenwald. I've known Roberta for more than 20 years. About not as long as His Excellency, but close. Mistress Roberta has been recognized as a laurel. Laurels typically have a body of work to show. They have stuff. Pelicans typically don't have quite so many things. Service can be loud and showy, but more often, it's quiet. And it takes a keen eye to notice. And that's how Mistress Roberta serves. Quietly. Raising money for scribal pavilions, coordinating classes, providing scribal materials to the youth of our kingdom and many other kingdoms, revamping Gold Key, which is never an easy nor often pleasant job, but critical and key. Running scribal teas and scriptoriums, but quietly. Roberta, your strength and service are beyond compare. And often, we end our speeches, for lack of a better term, with "They are my peer," or "Someday I hope to aspire to be theirs." Well, these are both true. But for me, I'm a teacher, can you tell? For me, I would end that differently. And I would simply say, thank you. Thank you for the incredible gift of friendship that's unwavering. Thank you for sharing your art. And thank you for the amount of quiet service you've gifted to all of us. And I am so grateful to Your Majesty for recognizing that today.
Is there a cloak to adorn this lady's station?
There is, Your Majesties.
Is there an ancestral medallion for this lady?
There is, Your Majesty.
Is there a medallion for this lady to keep for her person?
There is, Your Majesty.
Rumor has it there may be a third medallion.
There is, Your Majesty.
Order of the Pelican, Order of the Laurel, Master of Fence, and Pelican Sovereign of Arms.
Is there a hat for this lady to wear?
There is, Your Majesties.
Gather and witness the tally of actionable deeds. Service as long as the reach of the kraken. Support as steady as the ship's mast. Guidance as bright as the unwavering northern star. Devotion such as hers fills the hearts of all, as a favorable wind billows the sails of the Black Orchid on its course well and true. This bold captain's deeds of daring do shine as a beacon to buoy the enthusiasm of all hands who bear witness. Whether such duties seem daunting or trifling, the discharge goes unabated. The love for kingdom, colleague, and neophyte alike can be questioned by none. For there are but few attained with feats of pure service equal to the vast expanse and unfathomable reaches of the briny deep. Thus the Lord High Admiral Gareth, King of glorious Alcimark, and his Lady Juliana, Queen of Alcimark and the inland seas, sign a proclamation from their flagship in the harbor, welcoming her into our Order of the Pelican, and bestowing upon Roberta, Rhiannon McMorland, the sole right to these arms by letters patent, counter ermine, on a shanky issuing from Sinister Chief Argent, the Phoenix Prepper, given on May 18th, Anno Societatis 54, as Steltenwald war practice. Illumination, Our Ladyship Abigail Kellogg, Lady Drusilla, Lady Genevote, Lady Gwen Cook, and Her Ladyship Mireille Savard Amy Michon. Calligraphy by Her Ladyship Abigail Kellogg, Lady Gwen Cook, and Her Ladyship Mireille. Parchment by Her Ladyship Abigail. Words by Baronesses Danis, Maheen, Nezu, and Sedira, and Baron Eljar. For Mistress Roberta, who is a member of the Noble Order of the Pelican.